So what do you think, huh?
About what?
About the hooker who was murdered. You know, it's the second one in the past 2 months, and you know what's really creepy is that they both worked out of JR's club. Do you think there's some kind of connection?
Okay, well, you got your follow-up on the hooker. Now I want my follow-up with Marty.
Yeah, like he's gonna agree to give you an interview.
He might.
How are you gonna pull this one off?
Well, I'll just ask him if it's true that Jack was on the take and Marty was lining his pockets, and then I'll throw in a little FDA scandal and name some names, and I think that ought to get him going. What do you think?
If you thank me one more time, I'm not gonna do it again. Now, how many times did you let me crash on your floor in Stockholm, huh? Yeah, so stop with all this polite junk. You're my boy. Besides, when you start smoochy with Elena, you're probably gonna forget my name.
How many times do I have to tell you, man? All we did was talk.
Oh, I know. But that's how it always starts.
What are you so stressed out about?
Nothing. You remember that little deal that we have where you cover me and I give you what you want?
I'm well aware of our little deal, Macy.
Good. Listen, if anybody comes around here asking questions about me, I was with you the other night, all night, okay?
Are you going to tell me why you need an alibi?
Don't you know that curiosity killed the cat, Sage?
It just seems so strange. I mean, you've never asked me to cover for you in the past. God knows you probably needed it.
What say you just drop this whole line of questioning, okay, detective? What's so funny? Did I miss a punchline?
Oh, this really is big, isn't it?
Did you just drop it, Sage? Really?
Why are you so nervous, Macy, huh?
Who the hell said I was nervous?
Maybe you should be.
What is that supposed to mean?
Only that if you expect me to cover for you, Macy, you should at least tell me why. Just so that our lies are in sync. The idea is to present a united front, isn't it?
Good, yeah. You know, I'm really encouraged by your whole attitude in this situation. Starting to show some real team spirit there, kiddo.
That's me, Macy, the original team player.
Yeah, just color me, okay?
This coverage wouldn't have anything to do with the girl that got killed the other night, would it? Am I getting warm?
Come here. Our little deal is only as good as your behavior. And what you need to remember is that I can crush you. Anytime, anywhere. For God's sakes, get rid of that shirt, would you? Pure white just doesn't become you.
Devin, thank you for seeing me on such short notice.
What the hell is it you think you're doing, Miss Tay?
I was just gonna ask a couple questions, you know, trade some info, maybe get a regular dialogue going.
Back off. My family is no longer hot copy for you. Is that clear?
Yes, I'm all right. Martin was so furious last night when I got home. I was frightened, Stefan. I will. I'll be careful. When will I see you again? You're right. Martin can never find out. Bye.
Anne, how well rested you look, considering.
Considering what?
Considering the late night you had.
Michael?
Gabriella, should I be jealous?
Mr. Avanti? Oh, how are you, Mr. Avanti?
I'm afraid I'm a little hurt.
Oh, I'm sorry. Is there anything I can do?
Yes, you can accept my job offer. You are still interested, aren't you?
Earth to Devin. Are we still having drinks later at Liquid?
Oh, baby, I'm sorry. I forgot. I don't know, maybe.
Lucas, you promised. Allie and her new boyfriend, Justin, are gonna be there. What's wrong?
Why hasn't this guy Patterson called?
Who's Patterson?
The private investigator I hired to look into the crash. I left him 3 messages already, and all I keep getting is this stupid answering machine.
Well, maybe he's just a really busy guy.
Yeah, or maybe somebody got to him.
So what's up with you and that guy, Josh? I thought we both agreed that he was a loser.
He is. I mean, he was. At least I thought he was. You know, he's really sweet. I mean, this might sound weird, but I actually don't mind hanging out with him that much.
So does that mean you're over the whole Jordan thing?
No, I still think he's as hot as ever. Anyway, how could you think that? Me and Josh. Please.
You don't think he's into you?
Actually, no. No, really, he has a girlfriend. He was telling me about her the other day at the squeeze. She sounds amazing.
And you believed him?
Well, he couldn't have just made the entire thing up right there on the spot. I mean, he told me this great story about how he had to break her down, and when she finally went out with him, she was hooked. And this is not some loser from the chess club. I mean, this girl sounds awesome. Like, she can speak 3 languages. That's kind of amazing. Besides, I figure if he can get a girl like that, then maybe he can help me get a guy like Jordan. So, somebody once told me guys from Sweden are different. They don't actually date, they just sort of hook up.
I guess that depends on the guy.
Well, yeah, but I'm only interested in one guy in particular.
Lindy, how could you not see what a bad idea this is?
Yeah, I know. You've told me like 1,000 times. God, you're acting like you're in love with him or something. You're not, are you?
No, of course not. Look, I don't care what you do. I'm just saying you need to think about what you're plotting.
Trust me, I already have.
Okay. And what happens to Alex if everything goes according to plan? Are you just gonna throw him away?
No.
Then what?
Elena, I already told you, he's Swedish. He probably doesn't want a relationship anyway, so it wouldn't be a problem.
Do you know how ridiculous that sounds?
Trust me.
Why can't you think of someone else for a change? Have you even thought that Alex might get really hurt?
Elena, why are you getting so upset? This has nothing to do with you.
I gotta go.
Okay, whatever.
Mr. Devon, that sounded a whole lot like a threat. You wouldn't do that, would you?
Miss Tate, I would do whatever I needed to do to protect my family.
Does that include, like, just blood relatives, or does it extend to distant cousins and, like, best friends, like Jack Hamilton? But you didn't do very good at protecting him, right?
Jack Hamilton was my best friend. He was like a brother to me. I'm not going to allow you to drag his name through the muck.
I'm just dying to get the truth, Mr. Devon.
No. No, Miss Tate. You've been trying to shape a headline ever since my son's funeral. And when that well dried up, you started it on Jack. Are you so desperate for a story that now you have to go after the dead? They can't defend themselves.
You know, Mr. Devon, you seem to be the one who's really defensive here. Why is that?
Why don't you do everyone a favor and go hunt up another story?
Well, why is my investigation making people so nervous?
You're reaching, Miss Tate.
No, I'm following my gut instinct, and my gut tells me that Gabby Hamilton has a right to be suspicious of what happened to her dad the night his plane went down.
I heard you were harassing my stepdaughter.
No, Miss Hamilton was more than willing to share her doubts with me.
I'm sure you were more than happy to feed her so-called doubts.
Miss Hamilton had several questions about her father's death, and I have a couple questions too. Like, for instance, Hamilton was riding on Devon Industries executive jet, and it had just been serviced. And what are the odds of there being a mechanical failure?
I think this interview is now over.
Okay, and also, one more question. Didn't you have a disagreement with Jack the night that he died?
That's none of your business.
Wasn't it something about an FDA approval of your miracle line of cosmetics?
You'll have to leave now, Miss Tate, or I shall be forced to call security and have you removed from the building.
But you were arguing with him that night.
People argue all the time, Miss Tate. That doesn't mean they're guilty of murder.
Who said anything about murder? But since you brought it up, did you kill Jack Hamilton?
Out! Now!
Have you changed your mind about working for me, Gabriella?
No, Mr. Avanti.
Antonio.
No, Antonio. I just had a few personal problems I had to work through.
I see. I trust everything has been favorably resolved.
Yes, it's fine. It's fine. I'm ready to move forward.
I'm glad to hear that. Does this mean you are ready to come to Miami?
Yes. Definitely. I'm ready.
Good.
Hey, Oni.
Josh, hey. What's up?
Nothing. I was just wondering how you're doing.
I'm fine.
Great. Hey, maybe if you're not too busy this weekend, we can go out and, check out some stores. Don't worry, I'll hold your wallet.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe you can pick up something for Roxanne.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's a great idea. Yeah. I guess I could send it to her.
Oh, you really miss her, don't you?
Yeah. Every day it gets harder.
That's exactly how I feel about Jordan. I tell you what, you throw in a French lesson, you're on.
You got it.
Oh, and bring along a picture of Roxanne. I'm dying to know what she looks like.
I suppose I have you to thank for Martin's sudden interest in my phone calls.
You mean those calls to Stockholm?
Mm-hmm.
The bill was mistakenly delivered to the guest house, and I guess I just opened it by accident.
Accidents just tend to gravitate towards you, don't they?
Are you implying something, Anne?
Do I really need to imply, Catherine, when you are so pathetically obvious?
The only thing that's obvious to me is how incredibly stupid you are. Do you really think that Martin isn't on to you?
As usual, you have that backwards because I am so on to you. Ever since you have moved back onto the state, you have had one goal in mind: to beg, borrow, or steal your way right back into Martin's life, no matter what the cost. And the easiest way for you to do that was to poison him against me.
That's such a lovely story. And so completely fictional. In reality, all I have to do is sit back and watch you dig your own grave. No muss, no fuss, no passive intervention. And the way it looks now, I don't even have to put the final nail into your coffin because you'll do it all by yourself. It's almost too easy.
Devon International. Lucas Devon. No, he's not in right now. He stepped out. Can I take a message for him? Sure, let me just get a pen. Okay. Patterson. Is that 2 T's? Uh-huh. The private investigator from Key West. I see. Yeah? No, I'll have him call you as soon as he comes back in. Yes, I understand that it's urgent. Okay, you have a nice day now. Okay, bye-bye.
Macy?
Hey.
Aren't you in the west wing of the building?
Yeah, I just thought I'd pop in and see how you were doing. Thought we could have one of those brother-to-brother talks you're so fond of.
Well, gee, Mace, I'm really touched. But just for the record, I'm doing just fine.
Good, good. Because I know you're not actually used to ever doing anything.
Somebody sounds a little insecure. Or was that just your stomach rumbling?
Well, it is just about feeding time, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, and what with the board meeting coming up, well...
Yeah, right, the meeting. Hey, I heard about Ecstasy Perfume bailing on you, man.
Yeah.
Tough break. That's bad stroke of luck for the agency. So they went with a girl from Ford for the promos, huh?
Yeah.
So how much is that going to cost the Catherine Devon modeling agency?
Exactly, I don't know. Let's just say I'm on top of it.
I sure hope so, Macy. Otherwise, Dad's not going to be a happy camper at that meeting.
Little brother, it'll be a cold day in hell when your division brings in more money than mine. Well, this has been great.
Yeah, it has.
Yeah, nice. Let's, we'll do it again.
Sure.
Okay, have a good day.
You too.
Ciao.
Patterson, where the hell are you?
Thanks for coming. I didn't like the way we left things the other night.
I only came because you said you were ready to be honest about your feelings. I hope you finally mean that.
was just on my way to meet you guys in the parking lot. Actually, I thought I'd be there a lot sooner, but I was having trouble with an assignment, and I had to speak with Mrs. Miricic.
Miss Mankiewicz. Yeah, she's a really great teacher.
Yeah, she really helped me. A lot, actually. So, you want to get going?
This Millennia Party will help pump some new life back into the agency.
Hopefully, we'll have enough money to keep the agency open.
What? I thought we had that covered.
I thought so, too. There's been a glitch.
What about the insurance money from DevTech?
See, that's the glitch.
What's wrong with having doubts? Especially when we're dealing with the rest of my life.
I don't have doubts.
So just because I have doubts and you don't, means that I love you less? Everybody has doubts, Michael. But you know what? If you loved me as much as you said you did, you'd want to work through them.